Hi, Griff here. No, there's not going to be a face this time, because I have a weird looking mug, like a ridiculously looking mug, like fugly. Speaking of weird looking faces, um, this is going to be another one of those comic rants. You know what it is at this point. We're going to be talking about Tombstone. That's right, the only crime boss who makes being creepy look cool. From his gleaming white teeth to his love of causing chaos, Tombstone's got one goal: being terrifying and really hard to beat at a staring contest. Join me as I take a deep dive into the life of Lonnie Tombstone Lincoln, the villain who's got more deadpan comebacks than Spider-Man has webs. Watch as he somehow manages to be both terrifying and ridiculous. Because when you look like a walking, talking skull, people tend to take you very seriously until you crack a smile with those weird, disgusting teeth. Don't miss the adventures or misadventures of one of Marvel's most memorable bad guys in a well-dressed suit. Oh, let's talk comics. Alonzo Thompson, or Lonnie Lincoln, known as the Tombstone. This guy's seen fighting so many people, most notable Spider-Man, sometimes Daredevil. Those two just seem to run into this guy more than others. Again, Darkhawk is another character that's run into him a few times. Born as Lonnie Thompson Lincoln in Harlem, New York. He started out as a troubled youth because essentially he was the only person in that neighborhood that was an African American with albinism, taller and stronger than the other children. The young Lincoln started his life of crime in school, extorting protection money from his classmates, the school newspaper, a bunch of other people. Robbie Robertson was going to run a story exposing these illegal activities, but pulled it when Lincoln used scare tactics to intimidate him. Also, let's set the record straight here. Poor Robbie. I seriously, like, this guy, he doesn't deserve what the hell happens to him. He was working for a local paper, and he went to meet the source, only to see the source being killed by Tombstone. Tombstone threatened to kill Robertson if the story was, brought out. Robertson kept a secret for over 20 years, allowing Lincoln to continue his rise through the criminal underworld, known as Tombstone. For the many lives he had taken, he returned to New York City as the Kingpin's top hitman. Yeah, that's right, that big, bald guy, the massive dude that takes up the entire screen. He threw the Hobgoblin out of the arranger's window. Same guy from the previous one. He threw that motherfucker out of the window. Tombstone eventually returned to Robertson's neighborhood, where the reporter finally worked up the nerve to challenge him. He revealed the decades-old murder to the police, resulting in Tombstone's arrest, but not before Tombstone confronted and seriously injured Robertson, nearly permanently damaging his spine. Oh my god. Okay, so get this. After all this shit happens, poor Robbie's got damaged back disease. All right. The next thing is that they send they send Robertson, after being assaulted and shit, still gets incarcerated for suppression of evidence. Imagine going to the police. You're like, yo, there's something that happened 20 years ago. You should check it out. And then they do what you tell them to do. And then they still arrest you. Because they're like, well, you held the evidence for so long, we're going to have to put you away too, because that's also a crime. That's insane. When Tombstone learns this, he obtains a transfer to Lewisburg State Penitentiary with Robertson, and then he kills an inmate named Bruiser, who died trying to protect his friend. He can't catch a break, bro. This motherfucker he can't catch a break. Okay, Tombstone eventually broke out of prison, but was confronted by, oh shit, it's motherfucking Spider-Man! He eluded capture after the battle, and he nearly beat Spider-Man half to death. The way Robbie stops him is that He stabs him in the chest with a pitchfork. A pitchfork. Robertson earned a full pardon from the government for helping recapture Tombstone. Wow, what a great ending. Except it wasn't done. Tombstone eventually gained a superhuman physical constitution. This was the result of his last attempt to kill Robertson. This time at an Oscorp chemical plant, Robertson shot Tombstone and trapped him in an airtight test chamber which contained an experimental gas. The gas was absorbed into Tombstone's bloodstream and had a mutagenic effect. Fantastic. Here we go. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got on the genetic lottery today? On his body, enhancing his strength. Oh, there's one check. And heightening his other physical abilities. That's multiple other checks. He basically turned into like the evil version of Luke Cage. Tombstone was hired by the Green Goblin to be part of the Spider-Man killing group, the Sinister 12. Why? Okay. Okay. I never understood that. It was like, yo, we got the Sinister Six, right? And they're like, yeah. And then they go to beat his ass. Okay. And then 6 of you doesn't work. So they were like, oh, fuck. Damn, we can't come up with anything good. You know, that was like one of our best attempts. And somebody back was like, you know what? I've got it. We'll just double the amount of people that jump him at once, bro. This guy is just a powerhouse, sprinkled, seasoned, with a cherry on top of a little bit of everything. This character was fun to do. I think the most memorable version of Tombstone I can remember from my childhood was from the 90s animated cartoon. And that's where I remember him. He made an appearance recently in the first Spider-Man game and Spider-Man 2. He made an appearance in Spider-Man 2, but no longer as a villain. He stopped his life of crime and chaos, and is a functioning member of society now, at least in the second game. And that's impressive. That's really cool. That's awesome. That he's just, at least getting some form of recognition. But it took how long from the 90s to current day that he's gotten any outside of the comics, is what I'm saying. Like, outside of comics, man. Outside. I mean, the last guy we covered, he still has comics, but like there's not as many. Bro, okay? So give these characters I touch up on a little bit of love. It would be appreciated. I would love to see some of these weirder guys, these obscure guys out there doing what they're doing. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to sub. Like it if you want. I'm trying. These things take forever. They take hours to edit. That also reminds me, there was another character I wanted to talk about. It's very interesting, actually. I think it'd be really, really fucking neat if we went over this guy. His name is